Hello everyone, this is Riley here with Learn With Me. I would like to say welcome back if you are one of my consistent viewers and subscribers, and I'd like to say hello if you are new to this process. Let's get into some gardening. For today's video, we're going to be showcasing my foraging ability with Dandelion once again. I'm hoping that this process in this video will be a bit more inclusive, so let's get to it. To begin, dandelion leaves have a fairly distinctive markings where some might even describe them as having shark teeth-like edges on the outside of the leaves. You may have heard this in other videos that I've made about dandelion, but if you're going to be eating the greens as far as the leaves go, it would help if you harvested the leaves when they were younger, as they can get a bit more bitter as they get older and bigger. That being said, if you happen to harvest them after they've produced a flower or after they've gotten big, don't consider this a full loss, as the plant itself has plenty of benefits. I do want to include the following disclaimer, as I've probably mentioned this in other videos. If you are going to pick dandelion, make sure it's from a place that you know that has not been using pesticides in the last year or two. I will try to include some links and sources to back up this information, but I have done that in other videos, and if you guys feel that I need more information to be displayed, please let me know in the comments below, or if you have any other things that you want me to look into in this regard, like I said, leave it in the comments below. Otherwise, I appreciate your support. If you guys could like, comment, and maybe even subscribe if you're new here, that would be greatly appreciated. Also, don't feel as if you only need to comment on my videos if you like it or anything. Just feel free to let me know if there's anything that you feel that I should know about any particular topic or any corrections I need to be made. Keep staying awesome, you guys. Back to the dandelion. One of the best methods I have for harvesting dandelion involves sticking a tool that's fairly long and maybe even a little sharp down beside the plant and kind of moving the soil around the plant to make it easier to pull the root up. This brings up another fine point, that the root is one of the more nutritious parts of this plant as well. I know that I said that the root is one of the more nutritious parts of this plant, but the entire plant is fairly nutritious. It's just that the root has some of the more attractive benefits and qualities that I like. In all honesty, I could spend an entire day out here harvesting dandelion. The plant can survive despite the odds, and if you don't have a plant near you, just give it a couple months, a couple weeks. I personally love how dandelion just kind of just shows up wherever it wants, and even in the winter, I'm even getting this big of a harvest. This is crazy, guys. Well, my last video included me showing you shots of me just harvesting the dandelion. This time you're in for a treat. I'm also dehydrating it in this video too. In regard to dehydration, it's easier if you trust dehydrating things on a lower temperature for a longer period of time, as opposed to just trying to get it dried out as fast as possible. Once I get it dried out, I'm going to put it into a processor and make it extra tiny. That way it'll be able to dissolve better when I put it in the tea bags. Just like older videos where I show you guys how to dehydrate your herbs, it is important that you clean off as much dirt off of the herb as possible, maybe even let them soak for a little bit. One of my preferred ways to clean my vegetables and stuff before I get to eating it or processing it is to let it sit in some salt water, some cold salt water for about 15 to 30 minutes, and then mixing that up and then taking it out and spraying that off after I get done. While this process should not take longer than 4 to 6 hours, it's important to practice proper safety protocols by not leaving this device unaccompanied, just in the event that something happens. While I mentioned using a food processor to get all the bits and roots and leaves really small and easy to absorb into whatever mechanism you are using, it is important to realize that this is your product and that you can do this however you want to. If you just want to grind up the leaves and eat them raw, you're more than welcome to doing that. If you want to leave them wet and so that you can eat the leaves as greens, you're more than welcome to do that. If you just want to leave them as is and use the roots for coffee, just ground up into coffee, you can do that. The choice is yours. You guys continue to have an awesome rest of your day, and let me know if this video was helpful and if you guys have any other suggestions. Thank you.